Alright, let's talk about something that really annoys me, and that is how Bungie is handling both Sir and Dares of Eternity. What I mean with this is its loot pool and how they are pretty similar. Like, why is Sir, the one who comes every Friday, selling weapons you can already get during Dares of Eternity? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, we're not going to Sir to buy what we can just go to Dares of Eternity to get. No one is going to buy that ever, really. Even if you're like missing it for collection's sake, for example. You can just go to Dares, and let's say you don't have Dares. Sure, you could buy it, but for everyone else, it's like go to Dares. But even then, it's just a massive waste of slot for him to sell the same thing that you can get from Dares. And there is so many weapons in the game that I don't understand why they feel so limited. I mean, there's way more than what it's displaying for me. For me, it says 1,367, and this is because Bungie don't display all of it for some reason. Not sure why, but there might be 2,000 weapons, 1,500. I don't know how many, but there's definitely more than what it's telling me. And even then, 1,367 weapons, and you feel restricted. I know some of these are dungeon or raid weapons, so already there we have to remove some. But for the rest, really, like world drop weapons, old seasonal weapons, old DLC weapons, old planetary weapons. You have so many there, so many. And yet you feel strict to like just a few Vanguard weapons, like 2 free faction weapons, some old splicer weapons. Like, why? Why is it so damn restricted? And what sucks with that is because you restricted yourself, nearly every time you go to serve, you're gonna see the same inventory over and over and over again. And it's just, why? It's really boring to have to wait like almost an entire week. Well, technically an entire week because you're only gonna see him one time. So wait from Friday to Friday and then be like, oh, he has one new weapon because everything else is the same. Or he might not have he might not even have a different weapon because, he's been selling the same thing for who knows how long. And I don't understand that. I made a post before about this. I've said it before, and Dares of Eternity is the perfect place for retired weapons to go, like, or repriced weapons. Like, why not? Like, you're currently doing it. You just update the loot pool. It's not that difficult. You just replace everything in there currently, and then just replace it with other weapons. Here, let me give you an example. Tangled Shore weapons. Tangled Shore weapons, one of the most popular weapons out there. From the most popular DLC out there, Forsaken. Why haven't they been returned? Who knows? And I'm not talking reskins either, I'm talking the thing. Remember, it's supposed to be legacy drop. These are perfect for it. You even have other things like from other seasons, like the Blue Perfect right here, the Trophy Hunter, the Temporal Claws, and all of that. Some things you can only get from some seasons, like very specifically, or hey, what about old raid weapons, like Scourge of the Past raids weapons? I would love to be able to get some of those back. The No Feelings, the Bellowing Giant, the other, things like that. You also have Black Armory, random rolled weapons, like the Bad News right here, the Galliard, the Dead Man Walking. Just so many weapons. And yet, no, we have to restrict ourselves to like 1 or 2 different things. Like, really? It makes no sense. Not only that, but when you finally brought back some of the popular, well, when I say some of the popular, it's just like, what, 2? 2 weapons from the black armor. It was just like up for a bit and then you removed it. Why? Even if they're not like the most popular, having the option or the chance of getting these weapons back or getting them for the first time for collection's sake is always nice. This is a looter shooter. People is here for the loot and obviously gameplay, but we want to get loot. So why not just focus on it instead of just reskinning weapons over and over and again? How about you actually just bring back some random weapons? Like, you love to do that anyway, so why not some of the weapons and then just put them into Dares of Eternity or into Sir's loot pool. Sir's loot pool could literally be the entire weapons collection, but it isn't. Not to mention that we then also have armor, because Dares of Eternity drops armor. And that's like one of the more annoying things as well, is that if you don't get lightning around, you're gonna get like one item after a run, and it could be of an armor because you have like 2 different armor sets mixed with 4 weapons, so the odds of getting an armor piece is pretty high. Not that I complain, because I actually didn't play one for like 3 seasons. I missed out, so I got all the splicing and some other weapons from there, so that was kind of cool. So that helped me for collection's sake, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Anyone who missed something now has a chance of getting it. I don't understand why you just don't update them. It's so simple. You don't have to give it new perks or anything, because that's what you don't like. That's the point of, theirs. If you want to update them, just throw them in somewhere else as well. But the original, it would be awesome to have the original. But yeah, that's kind of all I want to talk about. Really sucks that they just abandoned theirs instantly when it has such a huge potential. But it is what it is with Bungie. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.